Hey guys, Rexasaur here, and welcome to Update Monday on the 31st of January 2022. We're already one whole month into this year. Quite a few things have happened in this month. Yeah, hope everyone's okay, that you've had a good week. I'm trying to remember what happened last week. A lot of plans went through, but also died in burning flames. So I think D&D was the best thing that happened last week. I'm going to be honest. That and playing Apex, just because that's a constant source of just relaxing joy. But yeah. This time last week, I had just gone through a whole week of working my ass off and feeling pretty good about it and being really productive. This week, the sun's come out apparently. This week that I've just had was basically just as productive, but felt like shit. I don't know why. Well, I do, but it's kind of just luck of the draw, I guess. A lot of it is stemming from work and the fact that the customers I had to deal with last week were all basically massive chunts the entire week, and yet I managed to get through a lot of my workload that I thought it was going to take me a lot longer to do. So way ho, I did it. No one gives a shit though, so I'm kind of wondering why I'm bothering. But anyway, so that's fun, and then I have to deal with them this week as well, because obviously they're not finished. So this morning has been a fun work day as well. I requested information from a department on Friday, so I wasn't expecting the response until today anyway. But the response I got today was, yeah, this case is with a subdivision of our department. Thanks, I guess. Thanks for all the information I asked. Great. Do you want me to forward that to your subdivision? Do you want to tell me how to access your subdivision? Any help would be great, thanks. Rather than just, this is with them. Fucking hate working for the governments. Just suck. They suck so bad. They just suck. And it's the people working within them, the systems, that are just the worst. It just frustrates me so much. And then I've got this customer who's an absolute... I'm just going to rant about work because I need to. So this customer wrote into us a handwritten letter, which is frustrating because it's... Most of the time people who write in handwriting can't write for shit, so it's difficult to discern what exactly they're wanting. This particular individual wanted to know exactly how we calculate tax codes. So I tried my best to explain this to him in writing, because he did not leave a number, so I couldn't call him to explain it in person. So I wrote it. Now on every piece of writing we send out, I have my personal number so that they can contact me, except we do not accept withheld numbers. So if you are calling and it says number withheld, we don't accept them. It's a security reason. It makes sense. We are a government faculty. And it has come to light that this guy has a withheld number, so wayo, that's fun. So he's been trying to get into contact with me, but obviously I don't get them. But he's been what he did, and this is the thing that I'm just absolutely baffled by. He called a number that is one number removed from my own. So we called someone from a completely different department, because the numbers we're handing out as individuals within the company aren't okay, everyone from this department will have a number that's similar. No, it's everyone's just given a number when they need one. So we called someone from a completely different department who then got into contact with me and was ranting at me for the fact that this customer had done that out of his own volition. I'm just I don't know what you want from me. And then the worst thing is, he apparently called in the morning, and I was prepared to call him, and he said, yeah, don't call me though, because I have an ear. No, I've got an eyesight problem, which means that I need to lie down in the mornings. It's you are calling us in the mornings, but we're not allowed to call you in the mornings. it's just a whole thing. So that's fun. And basically I'm in the shit because this customer's decided to call a different number even though I'm following procedure, which is withheld numbers can't be answered. It's very fun. That's what I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. It's fun. Meanwhile, on more happy notes, no, let's just go all down. EGX, which I forgot to do 2 weeks ago, remembered last week and was very excited for, was then announced to be cancelled during this week, so I'm not going to EGX, which means refunds, yay, and by refunds it's like admin fees, so you've just lost money. Fucking awful. Which means I'm probably, like a lot of the people that I was excited to see in March, I'm probably not going to see for another year and a bit because I'm going to the US, so at least that's the plan. Start tomorrow, we're doing all our research about it. But yeah, fun, really cool, super awesome. Yeah, it's just a lot of cool stuff happening. Just really cool, really enjoying my time right now. It's exactly what happened last year, really. You start the year off really well and then it sort of just landslides down into depths of death. In any case, went to see one of my friends this weekend who I hadn't seen in 3 years. She's like a childhood friend who is like she's the daughter of one of my parents' like close friends from when they were children, and we basically grew up, went on holidays together throughout our childhood and stuff. And when I lived in France, she lived in the same city, so we hung out a lot then. And when I moved back then, we only saw each other a few times, but then with COVID we hadn't seen each other in like 3 years. But she's studying in Newcastle at the moment, and so I'm going to try, if I put this here, no, that doesn't work. Ooh. I'm trying to find a place I can put this dice bag to block the sun. It worked. That looks super precarious. Whatever. If dice fall, then dice fall. Yeah, so she's studying in Newcastle, but she went to stay with my parents for a few, I think it was like a week and a bit. Either way, she left today. And because one of her flatmates made an attempted suicide, so it kind of shocked her a little bit. She thought, I'm going to stay with my parents, just for a bit. It's like, fair enough. So I made the most of it to go and see her on the Saturday. Played some games, reconnected, was good. What wasn't good was the 3.5 hours of train travel I had to do to go there, which basically wasted my entire day. So, fun. What else? Bought new headphones because my old ones are dead. I can't remember if I showed it on an update Monday, but effectively the padding ripped. So you got your earphones, you got your padding, it ripped. So those ones are dead, so I need new ones. So I got myself slightly more expensive ones, but hopefully they'll last longer. And apparently, according to the reviews, pretty good quality. So well. On Saturday evening, when I got home, Dragon, Cucumber and Hula were participating in a esports Apex tournament organised by the Welsh Esports Association. They're probably called something else, but either way, it was Welsh. It was like Wales Esports that were organising this. So they were showcasing that on Twitch, and I tuned in, watched them play. Really, 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 really fun to watch, and really proud of their achievements and what they did. There was a moment, there was a specifically one fight which, after the fight, the commentator was just, the caster was absolutely singing the praise for Dragonheart, playing as Gibby or Gibraltar, and just watching it live was ridiculously fun, and that fight was insane. The plays that were going on, even though after the fact we were talking and he was like, I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing, I'm just trying to win the fight. And it's like, well, subconsciously you're doing everything right and in such a way that you can just tell that it's working. And yeah, it was some really, really professional like play. Although they didn't come, like they didn't win or anything. I think they came 16th or joint 16th or something out of the 20 teams, but they got 7 points. I think they just got unlucky with positioning when it came to the second map. They did much better in the first map, so it was 6 games over 2 maps, 3 on the first, 3 on the second. But yeah, they got really unlucky with the positioning and the loots, and also the teams that they were up against were really, really strong. You can expect it from an esport situation. But yeah, it was really fun to watch. Either way, it was really fun to watch, and you had moments even from all the other players on there that were insane. There was like a guy who got a Kraber, like I think it was game 5, and he just literally headshot 7 people in that game. It was insane. But it's those kinds of gameplay that you really like to see. It makes a game like Apex really fun to watch. And then in between all of that, during the week, playing with Panda and Dragon, really, really enjoying doing that on the evenings because it's fun. It's not mindless, but it's just nice to have someone to hang out with and not have to just not do anything in the evenings, because things get cancelled or people are too busy. Yeah, Warhammer 3, very excited for when that comes out very soon. Well, it's January, but it's coming out like in 2 weeks, I think. Was it Thursday 17th or something like that? It's not Thursday 17th. Oh, I'm still in January. It is Thursday 17th, it's in 2 weeks. I was looking at a calendar and 17th's on a Monday. I'm like, that doesn't look right. It's because you're still in January, mate, you fucking idiot. Oh, right. That's about it. Like, D&D's going well. That's also really fun. I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing without D&D if I'm honest at this point. It's like a constant source of just like resetting my mood for the whole week. It's great. It's tomorrow, which having it this early may be a good thing in the week. If I get all the shit work stuff out today and tomorrow and then have D&D to reset, that might help for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe. What else? I don't think. Yesterday I didn't go to movie night. They watched Tropic Thunder, I think. That's about it, really. I'm excited for Horizon. Horizon Forbidden West. I was going to finish that. I installed Hell Let Loose on my PS5 because you get it. I got it like a few months back for the what's it called, PlayStation Plus, because you get your free games. And I was like, I want to play something, but I don't want to play the games that I've got because I don't want something that I don't want a long story. I just want gameplay. I don't want to install Apex on my PS5, but I kind of want to feel like a first-person shooter. So I was like, I've got Battlefield 5 on there. I'm like, that's going to be a really big install. I kind of just want to play now. So I installed Hell Let Loose, which was fun. I honestly have no idea what I was doing. By the end of it, I kind of knew what I was doing. I just played one match last night before going to bed. It was good fun. It wasn't anything super spectacular. It didn't really do anything odd. I feel like it is definitely leaning more towards the realistic approach in terms of weaponry and combat. And yeah, I'm going to play some more and see how the fuck I feel about it. What I like about it is just that you can get in, play a match, and then leave. One thing is because it's more leaning towards the large-scale battles that's similar to Battlefield, but in a more squad-based, it means that you kind of need mic, and I don't want to use my microphone, so you don't need to. There were 2 people chatting in my squad, because it's like you spawn in on a squad, which I think you do in Battlefield as well. But basically what I'm saying is it's very different to Call of Duty, which is what I'm used to in terms of FPSs, but I don't want to get the new Call of Duty. mostly because Hell Let Loose was free, for me anyway, and Call of Duty isn't, and is a steaming pile of Activision garbage, which I do not want to fund. Yeah. But yeah, that was good fun. It was interesting. It was the gunplay's difficult to get around. Mostly it's annoying because everyone seems to have like a submachine gun, and you just have like your bolt rifles. But that's literally just because I'm a level 1 player, and you don't unlock your submachine guns until later. So it's like, oh, I just need to play more. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, I feel great, as you can probably tell. There's a lot of shit going on, so hopefully this week's better. Hopefully this weekend's better. Although, so Saturday we're supposed to be doing a Magic the Gathering, which would be really cool, but one of my friends who's participating may or may not have COVID, so that's probably going to be cancelled. It was already postponed on Saturday, which is when I then decided to go see my friend and my parents rather than going on the Sunday. But because his stepson has COVID, so they were like, they didn't want to go there. And then this morning he's tested positive on a lateral flow, so he's doing a PCR. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's very likely that that's not happening this weekend. So fun. Talking about Magic the Gathering, the new season is upon us, which means that they banned a fuck ton of cards, which is a normal aspect of Magic the Gathering. Every rotation they ban cards which are performing too strong. It's just to keep the game balanced. The issue is it's hit every single one of my competitive decks. The card itself is strong, but it's not, how do I say it? Without it, the deck is underwhelming, because it was not that it was it's not the card that you build your deck up around. It's a card that it's an auto-include card to act as a fail-safe. It was a land card which you can use to summon spells and creatures, but you could also use it as an attacker, because it became a creature until end of turn, which meant that if you, for whatever reason, got absolutely fucked over by your card draw, you still had something there just in case. And that card's now banned from standard play, which means that all my decks which use it, because it's quite a strong card, it's the failsafe. Without that, the decks kind of feel empty, because there's no more failsafe. It's like, well, now if I get fucked by the card draw, I can't hold on in case I do get a good card draw. I die. And all my decks, apart from one, which is the one that got me to Diamond this year, this season, to be fair, have been affected, and I'm like, fuck's sake. So, yay. Just, cherry on top of everything else going on at the moment. Right, well, anyway, that'll be that. It's been a long and drawn out and complainy update Monday, and I'm sorry to ruin your mornings. Yay. I hope you have a good week. I'll interact with you guys as it goes, and I'll see you next week. I'm going to do some work. Ta-ta for now.